Hi, in this video tutorial we will learn how we can use the variable types in the Python. So we are going to learn different type of variable availables in the Python, and it's a data type. So let's start with that. So first, what is the variables? Variables are nothing but a reserved memory location to store particular values. This means that when you create a variable, you reserve some memory space uh, in the primary memories, and in the backend side, when we are executing particular program, at that time we are using that particular value inside the program. So in the pythons we have a different type of variables, and it's a type as well. So let's start with that. First thing is assigning a value to the variable. Python variables do not need explicitly declarations to reserve memory space. The declaration happens automatically when you assign a particular value to the variables. Using the equal to equal signs, we can assign the value to the variable. So let's take one example for that. Let's create one new file for that, and give something name as a variable var type dot py. So this is my new python file. So if you don't have a pythons already installed in the systems, and you don't have a python extension in your Visual Studio Code, then you must have to install the python and python extension for the Visual Studio. So I create one new file, so that is a var type.py, and inside that I create one variable, so we can say as a counter, and then assigning some value to the counter variable. So let's assign 100 to the counter. So let's create one new variables, something like miles. So you can say miles, I assign the 1000.0 to the miles, and let's create one third example, something like name. So I assign the value as a John to the name. So you can check here in the counter I assign integer value. So counter take this counter is taking as an integer value. You can check in the tooltips. I assign the 1000.0, that is a float value. So miles having the float data types, and John is a one type of string. So when we assign the John to the name, it's the type for the name is a string. You can check it over here. So let's print those variables one by one using the print statement. So we can easily identify that the value assigned to the particular variable is stored in particular variables, and using the print statement we can print that particular value. So after that I save it and run this particular program. So you can check over here, and there is a error. Yeah, so we need to add brackets if you are using the python 3 or above version, right? So you have to include the brackets over here, otherwise for python 2 it's fine. You can check a value of our variable, that is 100, 1000.0 and John. So using this simple example we can conclude that using the value we can easily assign to the particular variables, and there is no need to declare the type to particular variables, because when we are assigning the value it's automatically taking the data type for each and every variables. So if you want to assign the multiple value to particular variable, then you can also assign the multiple values using the simple equal to statement, will like something like this. And if you want to assign the multiple different type of value to different variable, you can also use something like this. So this is the same like we are using some integer a equal to variables, comma b equal to variable values, comma c equal to values, something like that. So 1 is assigned to a, 2 is assigned to b, and c that is John is assigned to c data type. So using this example we can easily identify how we can declare the variables and how we can assign the value to the variables. So we also need to understand the different type of variables in Python. So we can say there is a 5 standard data type in the Python, that is a numbers, string, list, tuple, dictionary, and list, tuple, and dictionary. So in the next video we are going to learn one each of the particular data type in one by one, that is a number, string. We have a separate video for number, string, list, tuple, and dictionary. So this particular videos we only have to how we can declare the variables and how we can assign the particular value to the variables, and based on that we can check the data type of variables is also changing. So hope you understand the different data type available in the Pythons, and how we can assign the value to the Python. So apart from that we also take one example for the string data type, that is something like if you want to work with the string, right? So you can assign something like this, string equal to hello world. Okay, so string is a one type of character array, so you can easily check its the type of particular this particular variable is a string. You can also change the name of the variable, so something like so string 1 is a string data type, and it's contain the value of hello world. If you want to print the value of a particular hello world one by one, or if you want to access some characters from that particular string, you can use the square bracket and access the particular character using from the index of 0. So let's print something value like if I want to print the h is belong to 0 index. So if I want to print a h value, then I have to add something like that, print string 1, that is a variable name, and a square bracket and inside the 0. So 0 is our index value, so I have to means I want to print h in from this particular string. So I add a string 1 of and square bracket, then passing the index of that particular character. So when I run this program, you can check here we get the h value. So similar to this, you can access the any character from the strings, because the string is basically array of characters, so you can access the any character using the index value. So hope you understand the variables, how you can assign the value to the variables, and how we can print the value of the variables. In the next tutorial we are going to learn a different data type from the Pythons.